It's time for another Tubi Tuesday recap. Hey Tubi friends, welcome to another Tubi Tuesday monthly recap. For those who don't know what it is, this is a video that comes out usually the last Tuesday of the month, and I recap some of my highlights and my lowlights for what I watched on Tubi this past month. So this past month I watched 24 films on Tubi. I'm going to give you my bottom three, and I'm going to give you my top four because they were all tied with the same rating. So I don't want to just leave one of them out since they're all rated the same. Before I jump into that, I want to say make sure you follow along to my Tubi Watches over at Tubi Tuesday on Instagram and Twitter. And also over there, we do a weekly Tubi Tuesday theme. So we come out with a theme. It's myself and my friend Drew from Needs to Be Seen. We come up with a theme for the week, and one of your watches on Tubi Tuesday just has to match that theme, and we post them on social media for everybody to see. So make sure you follow, and you'll want to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of these videos or anything else that we do over here. All right, let's get into it. So like I said, for this past month, I watched 24 films on Tubi, and I always start at the bottom. So we're going to start with the bottom three for what I watched this past month. The first one is called Playing with Dolls from 2015, and I ultimately found out that I have watched a movie in this series called Cry Havoc, which is a 2020 film. And I only figured that out because as I was watching this, which I'll tell you, it's a serial killer is purposely released from an asylum for the criminally insane so that he can continue his rampage. I found out I saw Cry Havoc, which is in this series earlier this year. And as I was watching this first one, I felt like I had seen it before, and when the guy shows up with his mask on, I was like, I have seen this guy before. I swear I've seen this guy before. So I had to look it up, and I found out that there were other films in the series, and I don't know if I will watch the other ones. This one wasn't that great. The other one I watched wasn't that great. I'm not sure if I'll watch the other two films, but who knows? Let's see what kind of mood I'm in. I will say Playing with Dolls, I would not recommend. So next on the list is a movie called Teacher Shortage, and this is from 2020. What is supposed to be a professional development session for the English department instead turns into a blood-soaked nightmare when a mass killer targets them. So, this movie could have been good, but I think its budget limitations really hurt it. So, it just kind of failed to get where it needed to be. It's like some of the acting wasn't the best, and the kills in it were so-so. And the mask looked like they bought the Scream mask from the MTV Scream show and kind of added horns to it and just kind of painted it up differently to reuse it. So I can't recommend Teacher Shortage. All right, so the last one for the month, this is probably the lowest one of everything I watched. It's called Old Habits Die Hard from 2009. It stars Kane Hodder. Allison goes out on dates with men and brings them home so that her brothers can kill them and have them for supper. So there's a lot of cliched stuff in this film, and it just overall falls flat. It just was not fun to watch. I did not enjoy my, I think it's 80 minutes. I did not enjoy my time watching this film, and I definitely cannot recommend Old Habits Die Hard. All right, so this brings us to the top of the list. These are the films that I thought were the best of what I watched this past month. And like I said, there's 4 of them. All 4 of these I rated the same on Letterboxd. And you can follow me over on Letterboxd. Just search for Old Man Brad and you'll find me. I watch quite a bit of stuff. So, and I make lists for everything I watched on Tubi. I make a monthly list so you can break it down by month and see what I watched each month on Tubi, as well as I have a master list of everything I've watched this year thus far on Tubi, as well as other films. So first on my top list is from 2010, and that is Frozen, and not the Frozen that you're thinking of. This is from Adam Green, the creator of the Hatchet films. 3 skiers stranded on a chairlift are forced to make life or death choices which prove more perilous than staying put and freezing to death. So this film was very entertaining, very kind of cringy, and not cringy bad, but cringy of like, what if I was stuck in this situation? What would I do if, I was stuck on a chairlift overnight and they just left me there? Like, there's a scene with wolves of like, do I jump down and get attacked by them? Just what do I do? And it was really well done and very suspenseful, and I did enjoy my time with Frozen. So next on the list is from 2018, and it's a movie called The Night Sitter. A con artist poses as a babysitter to steal from a wealthy occult enthusiast. One of the kids she's sitting unwittingly summons a trio of witches known as the Three Mothers. Now, this was a really fun movie. It was well acted, and when the witches show up, it just turns into this crazy kind of free-for-all, and it was just a very enjoyable film that I highly recommend checking out. The Night Sitter, because I don't think it would disappoint. And what's funny is I came across this movie because I was at a Dollar Tree looking at their DVDs, and I was like, what is this Night Sitter? And whenever I go to the Dollar Tree and do that, I'll check to see if Tubi has the movie so I can just, watch it when I get home. And they did. So that's how it got added to my list. Next on the list is a movie from 2010 called No One Lives. A gang of ruthless highway killers kidnap a wealthy couple traveling across country only to shockingly discover that things are not what they seem. So this movie stars Luke Evans, and it is quite enjoyable. He is pretty badass in this movie. He's someone that you don't want to mess with, and he has some secrets, and there are reasons for his secrets, why nobody knows what his secrets are, and you don't want to mess with this man, because if he comes after you, you're a goner. And that's what happens. They mess with the wrong person, and he kind of takes revenge on these people. So I definitely would suggest checking out No One Lives. I really did enjoy this one. So last on the list was one that I just watched this week. It is called Tourist Traps from 1979. A group of young friends stranded at a secluded roadside museum are stalked by a masked assailant who uses his telekinetic powers to control the attractions, mannequins. Now, this is a very odd film, but it worked for me. It worked for when I watched it the other night, and it was odd. It was creepy. Like when the mannequins just start talking and he gives them voices basically, and it kind of creeps you out. Like, mannequins are kind of creepy anyways, and you get their mouths kind of moving, and it makes them even more so. So if you've never seen Tourist Trap, I would highly recommend it. It was part of, we did a tourism theme this week, which was our Tubi Tuesday theme for the week. And it was one that I picked for the tourism theme. So check out Tourist Trap. All right. So that will do it for Tubi Tuesday for September. Next month is my absolute favorite month of the year. October, Spooktober, Halloween. We're going to do 31 Days of Halloween. Tubi does their Terror on Tubi. It is coming back for this year. I'm personally going to do 31 Days of Terror on Tubi. I'm going to watch 31 movies in 31 days, strictly on Tubi. Only Tubi horror. Terror on Tubi. Use the hashtag Terror on Tubi. They have some great ones coming to some Tubi originals this October, including Alone in the Dark, Battle of the Beasts, Bigfoot versus Yeti, which, from that title, it could be really fun. The Final Rose, Lights, Camera, Murder, Scream, as a documentary, A Party to Die For, and the remake of Terror Train. These are all Tubi originals coming to Tubi in October as part of their Terror on Tubi. So make sure you watch for those movies coming, because I will probably watch some of them. Who knows? You may see some Tubi Tuesday mini reviews coming in October for that. And make sure you watch for my October Tubi Tuesday recap, because you won't want to miss what I watched as part of my 31 days of Terror on Tubi. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them, like I said. You can also check out our podcast, The Cinema Guys, over at wearethecinemaguys.com. Myself, Justin, and the Cinemaiden, we're just three friends that just enjoy watching movies. And remember, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos. We'll see you later, everybody.